DC, which is why some of your favorite politicians can become public servants and get so rich right up under your nose. All they got to do is follow the money. I hope that Doge continues its work. I'm glad that Trump acknowledged it. But he also acknowledged the nerd army, which is what I really like, because I've had a chance. I follow the news so much, y'all. I've heard these people from Doge speak. Everybody from the computer engineers, the computer scientists like Big Balls, to some of the former CEOs that have left their own business enterprises to serve their government because they felt like they could clean it up. They could redo some things. You're talking about government systems that were ancient as far as technology is concerned. You know why they were ancient and never upgraded? Because that allowed for the grift. That allowed for the theft. That allowed for the fraud. No, we are not going to update this IRS computer system, because if they do that, well, they're going to end the plug. They're going to end this little quirk in the system that we put in here on purpose that allows us to do what we do. So you got people in government who knew what was going on. Even the people from Doge admitted you got some smart people in government, especially these tech guys, these computer guys, though they're capable, they're competent. Yeah, but they're also going along with the deep state. They're also allowing these things, because when Doge comes in and Doge sees the flaws, well, if these guys are as smart as Doge says they are, then they must have saw it too. But they never did anything about it because their overlords in the deep state, in the swamp, wouldn't allow them to change things, wouldn't allow them to correct things. Yeah, everybody knew that there were people that were 150 years old on the Social Security roll. But somehow, decade after decade, nobody did anything about it. Nobody wanted to do anything about it. I wonder who was cashing those checks. They said, oh, well, not everyone was getting any money from it. Well, was anyone? Because those are the people we want prosecuted. We want to see somebody do a perp walk. We want to see somebody in handcuffs. We want to see somebody pay a price for what they've done to the American people, because these people work with impunity. They get in position in some of these government offices, and they just run us, the American people, over the coals. Our sister Amethyst Angel in the building says she on the road to Maryland. This is our sister from the Philly area. She taking a road trip, got to deal with some family issues. Sis, we are praying for you and the family. Hope you can make it back this evening. We're going to go live again in the evening time on Friday Night Live. Y'all, we got some stuff to talk about. But I like the fact that this was just a meeting of acknowledgement. To say this man has been a good friend. He's been a loyal American. He's done a good job. He's had good intentions. And that's why he's facing all the backlash. One of the reporters brought up a question about the New York Times. He said, oh, that New York Times who won a Pulitzer Prize for all that fake, false reporting they did on the Russia hoax. Y'all, can you imagine? The New York Times pushing lies, pushing falsehoods, calling it news, and then you mess around and win a Pulitzer Prize for your fake news. Well, the Pulitzer organization should have no credibility. At this point, they definitely have no credibility in my eyes, and I understand, Donald Trump wants certain accolades. A lot of people, I've seen it in news reports lately that Donald Trump really wants a Nobel Peace Prize. Well, after you saw that they gave Obama a Nobel Peace Prize for basically doing nothing, doesn't it lose all its value in your mind? Would you still want it? Does it mean what it used to mean? Or has that organization lost some credibility in your eyes? If I was the president, I wouldn't think much highly of it. Nobel Peace Prize wouldn't mean what it used to mean back in the day. Pulitzer Prize certainly wouldn't mean what it used to mean back in the day, because you can lie and get one. You can cheat and get one. You can print falsehoods. You can do yellow journalism and get one. Well, where's the value in it? I think that's what Elon tried to point out. So I'm glad that he got his little accolades. I'm glad that they recognized him, because so many people were trying to pit him against the president, make them enemies of each other, but they were smart enough to see it coming. And they were smart enough to fight against it. I was glad to see that he commented on his intent to make the Doge cuts permanent. Now, we understand Doge can get in there and do what they need to do. They can find it, they can expose it, they can bring it to light so that we can discuss it on platforms like this. Hey, Vanessa Brown, we see you. But it needs to be codified. It needs to be put into law. Some of those cuts need to be passed by Congress. And if you saw the big, beautiful bill only passed by one vote, y'all, these slim majorities have to be managed carefully. We'll just say it like that. Some of these people have to be coaxed into voting a certain way, have to be massaged into voting a certain way, have to be cajoled, if you want to put it that way. You got to offer them a little something for their district, a little bridge to nowhere. Ain't a lake in your district, but we're going to put a bridge over nothing. Sometimes it works that way. And I know y'all, listen, I follow this stuff. I have a degree in political science. Sometimes it's better that you don't know how the sausage is made. Sometimes you just got to taste it and say, it's good. But if you knew what went on in that kitchen and how that sausage was put together, you might not even taste it. It's how it happens sometimes, especially in government. So I'm glad to see that, all is well, despite media reports that Trump is funking with Elon. Elon is distasteful with Trump and everything is, listen, don't believe the mainstream media. Don't believe those fake news outlets who won Pulitzer Prizes for lying to the American people and to the world. Don't believe them. Do your own due diligence, do your own research. Form your own opinions based on your own intelligence. And when you discover your opinion, stand on it. Don't let nobody shake you off your square. This is what it is. This is the new age where we are discovering that old institutions like Harvard University have been enemies of America, have tapped into the money that they can get from foreign governments to allow them to send their students over. Listen, y'all, I went to a law school in the Midwest, in the middle of the cornfields in the Midwest, and I wondered myself, why are there so many Chinese students at a school like this? You would figure that international students would flock to New York City, would flock to Los Angeles, would flock to Chicago. But I'm at a school in the Midwest, and half the student body here are Chinese students who can hardly speak English, who are driving new BMWs all over campus. Because the grift at the school is, well, we can charge them 3 times the tuition. So the funny thing about it is the school sold out to the money. Especially out here where I'm at, y'all, and the University of California system is so corrupt. Listen. And I know I'm getting off the rails here, but let me just say this before I let y'all go. California has the worst governor in the country, in my opinion. California has the worst state government in the country, in my opinion. And I hope that this government, this federal government, gives a smackdown to this state like never before. Because if they don't, y'all, just like the deep state operatives, if you don't punish them, they're not going to learn. And if they don't learn, they're not going to do better. And if they don't do better, they will raise up a generation right after them who are worse than what they've been to America. So I hope y'all, even sitting here on California soil, I'm sitting here hoping that California gets the smackdown of my lifetime. Why? Because they deserve it. And then y'all want to send Kamala Harris over here to run for governor after we've had Governor Newsom destroy this state with drugs, destroy this state with homelessness, destroy this state with illegal immigration, to the point that they are over budget by billions of dollars. Why? Because they spent billions of dollars to give free medical care to illegal immigrants. You walking around here praising God with your sanctified self, with your sanctified crooked teeth, because you can't afford to get them fixed, and the illegal immigrants in California all walking around with braces. Why? Because the government paid for it. Somebody, Bernie, I see you. Bernie, somebody need boot to tail in the state of California. And here's the thing, because if you talk to citizens of this state, they feel like I feel. A lot of people in a lot of states, and I talk to people from all over the country, y'all. A lot of people in a lot of states feel like, well, all of the Californians are crazy. All of the Californians are liberal. No, California is more red than you think. But this country has been, this state has been sabotaged by a governmental insurrection. This is what happens when you have a one-party state where there is no opposition. It's the worst state in the country, in my opinion. And I hope that Donald Trump takes it personal with Gavin Newsom and smacks this state down. There are other people who are thinking about running. I heard about Rick Grinnell. I hope Rick Grinnell runs. If he does, he has my vote. He's been faithful to the MAGA agenda, to the America First agenda. If he runs for governor, I would vote for him. We'll see how it works out, but don't come in here in this one-party government and try to give us Kamala Harris. Oh my goodness. What a tragedy that would be. Y'all, I ain't gonna rant to you much longer. I just wanted to tap in. I was gonna watch the news, so I wanted to share my time with you in the afternoon on this Friday. And I hope that all of y'all will rejoin me on all platforms, whether it be them folk on YouTube or them folk on the X platform, where we had over 100 people tap in the midday on a Friday. Thank y'all for tapping in. Appreciate all of y'all. Listen, stay tuned to the platform. I will send out an alert that will let you know. Listen, what you need to do, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, so that when I go live, you are notified and you can tap in. Make sure you're tapped in. Hit the notification bell. That way we can fight against the devil's algorithm that wants to have his foot on our neck, at least on the YouTube platform. I appreciate all of y'all for tapping in. I appreciate all of y'all for meeting me over on the Patreon platform. We rocking out. You want to get in touch with me? Send me a message on Patreon. We can talk. Don't matter what the issue is. We can discuss it. We can extrapolate and expand on some of the things that I present on these public platforms. Y'all can meet me in the Patreon and let's get it popping. But for now, that is what we had to cover on this news story of the day. And we will see you tonight to talk about social issues and Just Hilarious and what she had to say about them alphabet people that tried to take over America. Oh, it's a new day, y'all. The alphabet is going to get its meaning back. The rainbow is going to get its meaning back. See, y'all could never create a rainbow in the first place. Yo, rainbow t-shirt, that's not a rainbow. That's a shirt made to look like a rainbow. Your rainbow flag, that's not a rainbow. That's a flag made to look like a rainbow. The truth of the matter is, Bernie, they can't create a rainbow. They'll never admit it. But if you know, you know. If you've read the book, you understand. Nah, you can make a flag with a bunch of colors on it. You can make a shirt with a bunch of colors on it. You can even color your hair like these teachers do in California that teach our Christian children how to be not so Christian. Yeah, you can color your hair multiple colors in the color of a rainbow, but you know what? It still ain't a rainbow. It is your futile attempt to mimic a rainbow. But those of us who know, and we know better because we've read the book. Shout out to all of y'all on all of these platforms who have rocked out with me today. I think we covered it. Shout out to Elon Musk and the Doge team for doing good work. They will continue to do good work. Doge is not finished. Donald Trump just wanted to give him a special acknowledgement as he got to go out due to a technicality. But we see what's going on, and we appreciate what's going on, and we still on the team of MAGA. Y'all meet me here later on tonight, and we'll continue the discussion. May God bless you all. Have a good Friday, y'all. I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.